What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Toonrami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Whew. Yeah, what you just saw was maybe about 2 or 3% of the total agony, stress, rage, and general BS that I had to deal with when attempting this. So if you guys have been paying attention to the channel, past couple of days, ever since I pulled LRUI Goku and I was blessed enough to pull 2, I decided to undertake a no-item world tour. So basically, I was taking my LRUI Goku, and I was going through each category Super Battle Road that was available that his categories match. So far we did Universe Survival Saga, and we did Pure Saiyans. The only other 2 that are left, or I guess 3, would be Mono STR, Superclass, and of course, Realm of Gods, which is quite honestly the most challenging of all of the categories that I have experienced, aside from the Ginyu Force. So, once again, that I've experienced. You might feel differently. It might be generally opinionated that something else is more challenging. But in my personal opinion, I like to undertake these stupid challenges here and there. And I call it stupid because most of the time I lose. But I like to do these things. And, ladies and gentlemen, I did it. I no-itemed Realm of Gods, and it was all thanks to some sheer dumb luck. Now, first of all, let me tell you, when it comes to these no-item runs, there is a level of skill involved because you have to navigate around and you have to strategically think like, okay, if this target is going to be stunned, this one has type disadvantage, maybe I go for that target and then instead of that one. There is some skill and some strategy involved, but I would say at least 50%. At least 50% is RNG, which means if I can do it, anybody can do it, all right? So let that be clear. And this is, of course, not the first time that this has been done on Realm of Gods. But, as I said, I wanted to do this with UI Goku. So, here's the team. I ran a dual UI Goku-led team, and this took quite a bit of tries. It was very infuriating. A couple of times I got really, really close, one of which you saw in the video just now. That one, I needed a breather after that one because, woo, I got really mad. And what you're going to see in this run is actually my bad luck, or general BS, as I've mentioned, tried to come back and bite me in the ass, but it didn't work. So, let's take a look at the team. UI Goku. Oh, that's not him. UI Goku, obviously. The more he dodges, the stronger he gets. The more ki he gets, he disables enemy guard, causes amazing damage. Alright, that's all you need to know. He dodges at 70% for the first 7 turns, which is essentially the whole fight on each round of Super Battle Road. But if the fight lasts longer than 7 turns, his ratio drops down from 70 to 50. That's pretty much all you need to know. Then the Vegito Blue, arguably the best TUR EZA on Global. This guy just stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks temporarily, but he does a pretty decent job at doing so that he's worth bringing because he's basically a tank. And he can also counter and punish, and those counters actually end up doing, I would say, about 20 to 30% of the legwork. When I approached this at first, I thought that I would want to go for 2 Dokkan attacks instead of 1. But then I learned that these counters are critical in helping the progress along, where you can actually complete the first 2 rounds without any Dokkan attack and save it for the finale, which is what you're going to see in the video. So this guy was very, very important. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and he can basically super up to 4 times thanks to his passive. He has a great chance to do more, and then he also counters for crazy damage, and he tanks normal attacks. So he's amazing. Of course, you gotta bring Jiren onto the Realm of Gods team. He's Realm of Gods. He can stun potentially the entire team. This happened a couple of times. I wouldn't say it's consistent. It's never consistent. You should never rely on it being consistent unless you're crazy like me and you're trying to do these no-item runs. But he did a decent job, and he was able to tank a couple hits here and there, but for the most part, his primary function is to stun. And then, what's great about him is when a unit is stunned, he does critical damage guaranteed. You're going to see that in just a second. I brought the Thickness of Time. She is only at 55%, but what's great about her is that she provides key support, stat support, and she massively raises her defense while also sealing the enemy attack. So basically what she does is, let's say she's a straggler at the end of your turn, and you've got 1 enemy left that's going to be hitting Supreme Kai at the very end. There's nothing you can really do, but what you can do to mitigate the damage a little bit is to target that unit with her super attack, and what that would do is massively increase her defense while turning that enemy's attack into a guaranteed normal hit. and that normal hits attack power is basically stacked up against your defense, which makes this attack very, very useful. And she's obviously not going to be on the core essence of the team. She's going to be one of the bench units. So that's a great way to kind of keep her relevant while providing some support and also generally not getting you killed. Now, this is the unit that actually, this was a last-minute addition, and I'm very proud of this unit because I originally had Zamasu and gowasu. That duo was on this team. That unit sealed, that unit provided key support, and also had a high chance to dodge. But I found myself in the same situation each and every time I did this run. Only so much dodging a team can do. There's no way you're going to dodge every single attack. And I found myself in situations where I wished I could use the Dokkan attack, and I kind of had to induce the Dokkan attack instead of saving it for the third round. So to help with that situation, I decided to bring a whis. And this was the best decision I ever made. Not only does he have a chance to stun, but he also can give you a guaranteed heal when your HP is below 30%. And trust me, it happened a lot. So this guy came in super, super clutch. You could argue he was the MVP of this whole thing. And what's great about whis is that when he does actually stun, which is a pretty decent chance, it's not a small chance, it's a normal chance. I think that's 20 or 30%. I think it's 20. But when he stunned, and he did quite a few times, that actually allowed for jiren to use his critical hit ratio more than the occasional time that his passive would trigger where he could use it. So that ended up being a very, very welcome surprise. And then finally, one of the best units of all time in the Legendary Goku event. JP just got the TR for this guy. Physical Goku Blue. This guy changes orbs into physical. He nukes like crazy with each physical orb picked up. Also, as he stacks, because he stacks attack and defense, that provides a greater heal for you. And since he does have that nuking factor, the more physical orbs that you pick up each turn, you basically turn him into a tank himself. And you're going to see in certain situations, he's able to do the same thing that the physical Vegito Blue was able to do. So all around, this is a very complete team. There's not really much more you can do at this point. It's all RNG. So I assembled the pieces, tried a lot, was able to think very strategically and place my attacks very carefully. Couple of gambles here and there. I failed here and there. I almost lost once again because of RNG. RNG saved me. RNG also beat me, almost. So that's it, guys. Enjoy this video. I am very proud of this. Realm of Gods, no item, Super Battle Road. Enjoy.
You should subscribe. Ha!
Time to get serious. Gonna go all out.
Am I dead?